Hello everyone, Joe here with Midwest Military Equipment out of Washington, Missouri. Behind me here is our recently finished Freightliner FLU419 Unimog. This is an absolute gem of a piece of equipment. We were able to acquire a couple of these through a collection a couple of months ago over in Illinois. We spent a bunch of time running this thing through the shop, and today we're going to walk you around this truck and show you just all the neat features that the FLU419 has to offer. All right, so as I said earlier, this is a Freightliner Unimog. So you probably hear the term Unimog, you immediately think Mercedes. So Mercedes and Freightliner actually got together to develop this vehicle for the U.S. military. This particular unit was originally manufactured in 1986, so it is an older vintage. Fully mechanical, diesel Mercedes engine, and then a manual gearbox, which is kind of unique for a military vehicle because a lot of the more recent military stuff, they got rid of the manual transmissions just to make it easier to train operators and people to use. The most amazing thing about this is it's kind of three things in one. It's a truck, it's a wheel loader, and it's also a backhoe. So the FLU419 is a very, very unique vehicle that the military designed, Freightliner and Mercedes designed to be able to have a multi-purpose role. It has things like air over hydraulic brakes, and then this large material bucket on the front, and then the rear backhoe. On top of the rear backhoe attachment, it is actually set up to run hydraulic tools. So we'll get over to that when we get over to the passenger side of the vehicle. We'll talk about these hydraulic tools a little bit. So this is kind of the Swiss Army knife of military vehicles. Really, really neat piece to be able to add to your collection. If you collect military vehicles and you don't have an FLU419 Unimog, definitely one of my favorite, most interesting military vehicles. They are a little bit difficult getting in and out of with the cab over design, but any of the Unimog guys out there are very familiar with this because the cabin is very much similar to the original civilian Mercedes Unimogs. As you can see, the interior on this truck is absolutely amazing condition. It went through a complete 0-hour rebuild by the United States government in 2008. The entire machine was fully reconditioned. Since we've had it in our ownership, we've gone ahead and replaced the tires with a new upgraded, heavier load rating Pirelli tire, serviced all the fluids, rebuilt all the cylinders, both front and rear, and just made it where this vehicle can be taken out and driven. This Unimog will sell with a clean on-road use title. Typically a lot of these that you see out for sale are bill of sale only. We actually have a clean title for this unit, so you can actually license it and take it on the road. There's different variables state by state, which I won't get into that and bore you with this video. But overall, it can be titled and licensed on the road, and it will be sold with a title from Midwest Military Equipment. Walking towards the rear, this backhoe assembly will show you here in a minute on how it all folds over and how you actually operate the rear backhoe assembly. On the passenger side here, I want to get to this because it's really, really cool. So inside these two toolboxes here, this is actually a hydraulic driven chainsaw. So as I touched on earlier, it has a hydraulic drive system to be able to run hydraulic accessories. So this is actually a Stanley hydraulic drive chainsaw. And then we've got different auger bits. So in here, we've got a breaker slash auger, which is also hydraulically driven, built by Stanley as well. You can see they're probably never been used. This is all basic issue stuff for the FLU419. I'll go ahead and shut these boxes. I'll open up the passenger side just so you guys can see how clean the interior is on this vehicle. All the data plate and specs here, right here, as you can see, it's actually kind of unique. They use the original Mercedes Unimog just to show you the chassis without the case backhoe assembly and case front loader assembly installed on it, as well as all the dimensions and weights are called out there on the inside door jamb. What I love most about the FLU419s is just the overall footprint. If you look at this truck, it is super narrow and it's a super short wheelbase. The thing turns on a dime. It's honestly kind of like driving a clown car, or a smart car, or any of those other smaller automobiles that they manufacture in today's age. It's just very unique to find a military vehicle this small, this nimble, and with this many different gadgets on it. So I'll go ahead and show you the startup procedure on this. We'll go ahead and fold the backhoe over and show you how to operate the rear backhoe on this FLU419. So now that we're up into the cab of the FLU419, this particular unit, as I said earlier, has just shy of 4,000 original miles on it. It's got 3,966 as of today's video. This standard 3-lever light switch is found in all your military vehicles, so I went ahead and turned the lights on here. Battery switch is here. You go ahead and turn the battery switch to on. Make sure the range selector is in neutral, along with the gear selector being in neutral as well. Throttle is here. So this is actually a manual throttle, and this is actually the kill for this FLU419 as well. So we're going to bring this back just a little bit to right there, right past the plastic block, push in the clutch, hit the start button. And that's it on starting it. Very, very straightforward. You've got your ignition switch here, which that actually can come out. However, you start it off of the push button, which is just kind of unique. It's a proprietary thing to the Unimogs. So what I'm going to do next, in order to run the bucket loader, right here are the controls for the front boom assembly, or the front bucket, so to speak. And then right here is the PTO lever. So I'm going to go ahead and push in the clutch and engage the PTO. So you can hear the engine idle up a little bit. We'll go ahead and step onto the outside of the vehicle and walk you through how to lay the boom over. So now that we've got the PTO on, you're going to go ahead and run the rear implement tilt. So there is a lock handle here. Pull the lock handle out, which I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to our awesome social media guy, Eric, here. And I'll walk you guys through the rest of this because it is kind of a two-handed job. So I'm going to pull out on the unlock here for the boom lock. I'm going to go ahead and raise the boom up. I'm actually going to idle the truck up just a little bit, go back to that hand throttle inside the cab. Makes the hydraulics a little bit easier to run, not as jerky. So now that I've got it up, I can release the boom lock handle. Go ahead and fold this over. So now that we've got the boom raised all the way up, we're going to walk you through the next process on using this. It's an important thing here. This is the rear implement lock. So there's rear locks on the back of the boom that actually hold the boom into position while you're running it. Want to make sure that these are completely closed and locked. So right now those locks are down. There's this little hydraulic lock here. As you can see, run it up and down. See, now they're down. So I know the rear boom assembly is locked in the down position right now. We'll go to the next step, which is actually running the boom itself. So an important thing, one up on the machine, your pedals here are actually your swing left and right. So in order to unlock the boom to lay it down, it's kind of a two-step process. So we're going to raise the stabilizer up on the other side. And once we get the stabilizer up, we're able to push this over. We'll put the stabilizer down. Just replaces, it's just another safety in order to have the boom out. So I'm just going to gently set that down since we're on the asphalt here. Run this one down. And then I'll go ahead and spin the boom. So as you can see, I'm running the controls for our swing, left and right swing in my foot. Then we'll go ahead and raise the dipper out. Boom down. Oh. It's been a little while since I ran one of these. I think the last time we had one was about 4, maybe 5 years ago. So I'm a little rusty on controls. Ran a lot of heavy equipment, but just have to get, there we go. We're getting back into the swing of things here. So I go ahead and set the bucket down all the way on the ground so we can walk around and just kind of show you the boom all laid out on this FLU419. So pretty good digging distance. I don't remember the digging specs off the top of my head, but you've got pretty good distance away from the machine that you're able to dig. And then the fold up process on this is just the same thing reverse. So very, very easy to use, very operator friendly. I want to say anybody within about 10 minutes of researching or watching this video today can go ahead and hop in one of these FLU419s and be able to operate it. One thing I just want to show you on this as we've got it all laid out, as you can see, this bucket teeth, this machine has never been used. It has less than 10 hours on the engine ever since it was overhauled. The cylinders, as I said earlier, we completely fully disassembled all of the cylinders, repacked them completely with all new seals, but I mean the paint is not even worn off the side of the bucket. It's just pretty unbelievable how little use this FLU419's seen. All of our main boom hoses, as you can see, we've replaced with brand new hoses, new sheathing on them, just to be able to take this machine out, use it, enjoy it, and not have to worry about blowing a hose the first 5 minutes that you go to use it, as all these out here on the main boom have been replaced. So if you guys are looking for an FLU419, here is your chance to own a really, really nice piece. I'm sure this unit will not be on our website for long, so be sure to check it out, MidwestMilitaryEquipment.com, or give our sales team a call at 636-900-9046. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch today's video today. As always, be sure to keep up to date by following us on our Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, of course. So thank you guys again for watching. Stay tuned for more awesome equipment here from MME.